I am the single greatest president. I'm the greatest president in the history of our country. That includes Lincoln and Washington.
Will you be tweeting differently once you board the Air Force One?
No, that's other people that do that. I don't. I'm very consistent. I'm a very stable genius.
In no time, the stable genius remark was being repeated by the geniuses in Washington. Democratic Congressman Gregory Meeks couldn't stop saying it at a House hearing.
Who's the stable genius? He's a stable genius. Stable genius, self-proclaimed stable genius.
The congressman finally put it in a question to the Treasury Secretary.
Are you a stable genius?
I'm stable, and I won't refer to myself as a genius one way or another.
My name is Donald J. Trump. The J stands for genius. President Trump certainly is stable when it comes to consistently describing his stability.
Actually, he goes on to say, throughout my life, my two greatest assets have been mental stability and being, really smart.
I'm a very intelligent person.
Because of my genius, okay?
I went from very successful businessman to top TV star to president of the United States on my first try. I think that would qualify as not smart, but genius, and a very stable genius at that.
Woo! Pedophile! Pedophile! You!
You're burning hell!
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Convicted felon! Fist!
Stop it.
Felon! You don't even watch me, you're not felon!
We're learning more about the auto worker who President Trump flipped off during his tour of the Ford truck factory in Dearborn, Michigan. This is what triggered the controversy. The guy heckled Trump about the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Trump yelled back, blank you, before giving him the middle finger.
Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! What do you want your legacy to be?
Let's go.
What do you want your legacy to be? Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler!
Time to go.
And he was welcomed here! He's terrorizing communities in
Let's go. Time to go.
He's terrorizing communities
Time to
all
go.
over the world!
Time to go.
From Puerto Rico!
Let's go.
Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time!
Ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah. Small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
You can either nominate us and put us in the position or give us your votes. I would say nominate or give us your votes.
A lot of people think that we would know everything by now about a man, Donald Trump, a high-profile fellow, somebody who doesn't shy away from every aspect of his life. But take a look at the list I have here tonight. Interesting facts about Donald Trump. Wow. Number 10, send him to Texas. Okay, here we go, number 10. That thing on his head was the gopher in Caddyshack. Number 9, during sex, Donald Trump calls out his own name. Number 8, Donald Trump looks like the guy on the lifeboat with the women and children. Number 7, he wants to build a wall. How about building a wall around that thing on his head? 2 jokes about the thing on his head.
We've already done 6.
That's right, we're only at 6. Number 6, Trump walked away from a moderately successful television show for some delusional bullshit. Oh no, wait, that's me. I don't know. Number 5.
I'm waiting for number 5.
Number 5, Donald Trump weighs 240 pounds.
Donald Trump has let other people say the number for him for over a decade, and that is not an accident, because in 2013, someone finally just asked him directly, no rally, no crowd, just a straight question on Twitter about what his IQ actually was, and he had the exact chance to end the entire debate in one sentence. He did not give a number. Stephen Colbert has the program from that same Wharton era in his hands, and what he is about to line up next to it is not a fake test. It is Trump's own answer, word for word, sitting in public record the entire time. Nobody was busy inventing a fake one. For 9 years now, different versions of the same story have gone around. A pope unseals a test, a congresswoman finds a hidden score, Colbert reveals a 1970 aptitude result. Multiple fact-checking desks have now had to sit down and formally debunk each one of these, one at a time, because millions of people share them before anyone checks the date math, and the math alone kills it. Trump graduated in 1968. To fake test everyone keeps sharing is dated 1970. He would have needed to go back to a school he had already left to take a test that never existed. In 2013, someone asked him plainly what his IQ score was, just a direct question. And Trump, who has spent an entire decade building an entire personality around the word genius, answered with 4 words instead of a number. He did not say the number because he does not have the number. Nobody does. Wharton has never released one. The 3 cognitive tests he loves bringing up in interviews are dementia screenings, not intelligence tests. The comments are open if you want to explain why that question never got asked twice. Nobody has his score. He does have the quote. Trump has not addressed the 2013 answer since, and no White House statement has ever walked it back. The program stays open on the desk behind Colbert as the credits roll. We find the page number. That is the whole job. The patterns repeat. We slow them down.
For more than a decade, Donald Trump has allowed other people to put an IQ number to his name. And that matters because, in 2013, someone finally asked him the question directly. There was no rally, no cheering crowd, and no campaign spectacle. Just a simple question posted on Twitter, asking what his actual IQ was. He had a clear opportunity to settle the argument with one number. He didn't provide one. Stephen Colbert is holding material from that same Wharton period. And what he is preparing to place beside it isn't some fabricated examination. It's Trump's own response, preserved word for word in the public record. Nobody needed to create a fake document. For years, several versions of the same story have circulated online. One claims the Pope revealed an IQ test. Another says a congresswoman discovered a secret score. Another suggests Colbert uncovered a 1970 aptitude test. Fact-checkers have repeatedly investigated these claims and formally rejected them one by one. Why do they keep spreading? Because millions of people share them before checking the dates, and the timeline alone exposes the problem. Trump graduated in 1968. The supposed test that continues circulating is dated 1970. That would require him to return to a school he had already left and take an examination that never existed. Then go back to 2013. Someone asked Trump a direct question. What is your IQ? After spending years cultivating an image centered around being a genius, he had the simplest possible chance to answer with an actual score. Instead, he responded with 4 words rather than a number. He never supplied the figure because there is no verified figure publicly available. Nobody has it. Wharton has never released an IQ score for Trump, and the 3 cognitive assessments he frequently mentions during interviews were screenings for cognitive impairment, not standardized intelligence tests. The comments are open if you want to explain why that straightforward question was never answered with a number. Nobody has his score. What does exist is his statement. Trump has not publicly revisited that 2013 response, and no White House statement has ever withdrawn it. The Wharton material remains open on the desk behind Colbert as the credits roll. Find the page number. That's the whole assignment. The pattern keeps repeating. We slow it down.